Managing the driver's database. From anywhere in the program, you can use the F4 key or the driver's icon on the home page or the side toolbar to get to the driver's screen. The driver screen is used to create, delete, or modify the drivers in the database. There are two tabs on the driver's screen, Drivers and Drivers Sounds. On the Drivers tab, the screen has two parts, List and Data. The list is a complete listing of all drivers in the database. The list order can be changed by clicking on a column title. Initial sorting is alphabetical. Each click on a column title sorts all drivers in the database from A to Z or Z to A according to that column. Just above the column title line is a drop-down box with pre-defined sort routines. Nickname sorts the entire list by alphabetical order. Club name sorts the list by clubs in order, A to Z, and then with the nicknames of people in that club in order. The team nickname sorts the list by teams first, then with the nicknames. Additionally, the list can be filtered, limited to show only those drivers matching certain criteria. This is done using the filter button, which is the funnel icon next to the drop-down box. Click on the row and column that contains the data you want to search for and click the filter icon. Clicking the filter button again restores the entire list to its default state. The right side of the screen is the data side and has three sections to it: the driver's characteristics, driver statistics, and driver's races. As a driver is selected from the list on the left, that driver's information is displayed automatically on the right. Modifying a driver's characteristics is as simple as typing the change into a data box. Clicking in the data entry box will place the cursor at the end of the current data. Club and racing team data is in a special combination box. You can select the club or team that was already entered by selecting it from the drop-down list, the small triangle. Or you can type data directly in. If the club or team is entered, it will then be available from the drop-down box in the future. To the right of the driver's picture is three tools: Add, Duplicate, and Delete. They work on the currently selected driver only. Add creates a new driver database entry with a nickname of new nickname, and a name will be new driver. All other fields will be blank. Duplicate creates a new driver database entry, only this time with a copy of the selected driver's personal characteristics. Everything between the old and the new is the same, except the duplicate will not have any race statistics or races as part of it. Delete removes the driver from the database entirely, including personal characteristics, statistics, and races, as if it was never there. This erasure is permanent. A pop-up warning accompanies this routine to prevent inadvertent use prior to deletion. Driver characteristics entry, as I said before, is as simple as typing the new data in the appropriate box. Nickname, used in the program as the default primary search variable, a nickname is required and defaults to new nickname when the record is created. Surname or last name is required and defaults to new driver when the record is created. First name is optional, but if you're using it in the database to create a mailing list, you'd probably want it. Email is optional. However, again, email is a convenient way to send or keep drivers posted on events and results. Address 1, the first line of an address. Address 2, second line of the address, if required, like an apartment number. The city, state, and country are all optional. But, again, if you're going to use the database to create a mailing list, you'll probably want it to be in there. Phone number is also optional. Notes are optional. However, provided a convenient place to record miscellaneous items for a driver. The last item is the picture. It can be any BMP, GIF, or JPEG formatted graphic. Clicking in the picture area will bring up a browser window where you can select the picture you want to use. It does not need to be in a UR30 specific folder, but Media Pilots is suggested. Driver Statistics is a table listing the driver's statistics for each car he has raced with on this circuit. Again, that's a list of all cars he has used on this circuit. Click once on any column to sort the list by that column's data. Clicking on the Show Race box will display the race history that it took place in. Clicking on the Show Car box will display the slot car that it took place with. To return back to the driver's screen, press F4 or click the driver's icon on the side toolbar. Driver Races is a table listing the driver's statistics of all races on all circuits and with all slot cars he has in the database. Click once on any column title to sort the list by that column's data. Clicking on the Show Race box will display the race history that it took place in. To return to the driver's screen, press F4 or click on the driver's icon on the side toolbar. The driver's sounds are set on the driver's sound tab of the driver's screen. For detailed information on this subject, see Ultimate Racer's help on sound management. What follows here is very basic. Ultimate Racer can play sounds for specific heat events. A sound is a WAV file or can be a sentence spoken by the computer. Driver sounds take a priority over all others that might be attached to the same event. The sounds on or off box must be checked on the heat settings screen to play regardless if it's configured here. When you select a driver from the list on the left, the sound management chart is populated with the stored information for that driver. Description is the event that triggers the sound in a heat. File contains the name and the path of the sound. If blank, then no sound is associated with this type of event for the driver. Browse brings up a search window for selecting a sound. Once again, it is not required to be in a specific UR30 folder. Enabled must be checked if the sound is to be played when the heat event occurs. Play is a test button for the sound. Note, using speech items will not test properly as the keywords will be spoken and not substituted for as if they would in a regular heat.